My favorite quote from this episode goes as follows.
Bang, bang!
Hello, everybody. I'm on the wrong side. This is Froggy's show. I take the back seat here. Lydia, say hello, Froggy.
Hello, Froggy.
Well, no.
Hi, it's me, the comic book frog. We're going live right now. Yeah, I know there's only like 15 more minutes left of the episode because they got that stupid Walking Dead recap behind the scenes afterwards. Instead of doing the Talking Dead.
Yeah, that's what they do instead. Almost like those Game of Thrones after show thing. And it's like, yeah, I don't really care about that. You know what I do care about though?
I care about Ezekiel and Negan becoming best buds. Because that's what happens in this episode. As they're sitting there and they're having a moment, and Ezekiel comes up to Negan and asks him, why did you rat yourself out? He's like, well, it's because, you probably don't know this, but I know that everyone else here is pretty much better than I am. I wanted to leave. I wanted to keep you guys alive, with my kid and my wife. I wanted them to survive. I don't care about my life. He wants them, to survive, have a better life. So, and I like how Ezekiel kind of opens up and realizes like this guy's kind of changed,
Yeah, no, and I think that's a very good part of this episode. I also think that another good part is to talk about Daryl, and Judith. We haven't really touched upon them in a while.
Yeah, and that's why this episode's called Family.
Because it's about family, son.
Judith and is basically following in the footsteps of Carl and her father, and she's looking towards the afterwards. What's going to happen after this, because the Alexandria crew, the survivors, are going to head in to basically the Commonwealth and take it over for Pamela Milton. And Judith wants to come along, and Daryl's like, no, he can't come along. But then you get this cute little speech from Judith, basically saying, hey, all this killing, it has to mean something. There has to be something towards the end. You can't just keep killing each other. So we've heard that before from Rick. We also heard that from Carl as well. And even Carol gives her props on that. She's like, this whole entire time, everyone's seeing in front of them, but you're always looking ahead, And so, of course, Judith basically talks her way into this, only to, Mercer can't help them because Mercer gets called away because Pamela does her famous thing where she does a lockdown. They herd zombies in. That way nobody can say anything because they're stuck in the lockdown because of zombies. So she creates the problem, which actually helps, which actually is going to, this whole issue. She basically, what happens is that because they don't know about this, because these people are ignorant, there are walkers that are evolving that get involved. And basically they are causing, all the crap to happen. Unexpected stuff. One of the guys in the jeeps are hurting the zombies. Well, they're in the jeep, so one of the walkers crawls on top of them, the evolved ones, and basically causes the jeep to crash.
They deserved it.
While Mercer, who's on the front line, gets called away and basically arrested because Pamela Milton wants him because thinks he's a traitor, and he says, they're suspecting him because she's had a woman watching him.
That's right. She's starting to suspect him, but yes. Mercer's been very good at this episode. So he tucked Eugene away. He's been going along with the search, and he is trying to get Princess and company back into the Commonwealth to spark a revolution. Viva! But with dealing with that, he also has eyes on him constantly. And when it seems like things are going to get tense for him, plans change. Why? Because of that zombie climbing on the back of the Jeep, taking it. It was actually very cool to see. It's been a while since the zombies have had any kind of weight. So with that, getting to see that, the zombie go ahead and just deal with them. and they go ahead, start climbing the walls. They leak into the city, all because of Pamela freaking Milton.
Pamela had the woman who was basically watching and spying on Mercer, comes up and arrests him, pulls him away. And he says, you know what? He goes, he's like, he basically says, like, I don't care what happens here, but you guys, something's not right. You need to focus more on this. This is a bigger problem. I'll go with you willingly. You know, he tells his guys to stand down.
I don't remember that, but okay.
Yes. Because we said something's not right, because normally they don't have enough recruits at the wall. And he's pulled away from the wall, and he sees in the distance, he sees the guy gets pulled over. And that's so something's happening, because normally the guys in the Jeep are not going to crash on their own. So something happened. You know, they don't and all he knows, he wants to get back so he can let the group in from so they can basically take over. Because the access tunnel goes into basically the courtroom.
Yep. And in that courtroom, we get to see the town hall. We get everything coming together. All the survivors are bunched in, and they go inside. Pamela Milton is up in the balcony kind of area with soldiers, and it becomes a quick firefight as gunfire comes from both sides.
Yes, did you say it was a firefight?
It was a firefight. If you made it to 6 minutes and 32 seconds, you've won.
Yes, so it was a trap from the get-go, but while that's happening, because the wall is very, very poorly defended, the guy up there is basically saying, hey, we need more people here. He noticed that one of the walkers, because they're all up against pretty much the wall. As you can see right here, he's like, what the hell is going on here? He sees a walker climbing. He's like, oh, crap, you know, because on the radio, we got a walker. When it gets to the top, he shoots in the head. It falls down. So then he's like, hey, we need help here. We got walkers climbing. And then we see hands crawling behind, and then he gets attacked and eaten. Because he falls down, hits the lever controls, and opens the doors, the floodgates. All the zombies are coming in for Thanksgiving dinner now.
Here they come. Here they come again.
Eugene and Yumiko basically go to and help out the basically the survivors. But before that, they're going to get to them because Judith ends up getting shot. So Daryl, someone throws a fire extinguisher and they shoot it, causes a smoke cloud. In the confusion, Eugene, who basically had knocked out a guard that basically was looking in his apartment because he was hiding there. He's balling up, man. He's manning up. He knocked out 2 guards this episode with the butt of the gun. You know, well, the second one with the gun, he hit a billy club or something with the first one. But anyway,
indeed.
So he unlocks the door, or just about to unlock the door. They come out. They're all together. The problem is that, well, Pamela Milton, who's back in her office, she's wiping the blood off her face. She's been told by the woman that was watching Mercer. It says the perimeter breach. The zombies got in, and she's like, "It's impossible." She's like, "Yeah, we have reports of them climbing up." You know, she says, "Well, prepare my home. I'm gonna go hide there and post security out there." So basically, she doesn't give a shit about anybody else.
Yep, says protect the elite. All the rest can go die. She's a horrible bitch. But yes, with that, Daryl is shaken. Judith shot, picks her up, and they are running. They are in the streets. They're starting to be boxed in by guards, and it seems that they could be in trouble. They slip into an alleyway. The rest of the survivors are cut off as Daryl continues to run with Judith, and that's the last scene of this episode.
Like father, like daughter. Rick got shot, had to be carried out, and disappear. Will Judith survive?
Probably.
For next week, is a continuation with the survivors fighting against the undead and also trying to take over. Will there be a time jump? For those who didn't read the comic books, at the end of The Walking Dead, huge spoiler here, there is a time jump after all this, where basically, civilization has been restored for most parts. The Commonwealth is now run by the Alexandria crew. And so I'm wondering, how close are they going to go to the comic books with this? And also, where are the cast members from the Fear the Walking Dead? Why are they going to be a part of the season finale?
No, They aren't. And I'm also going to say that I don't think there will be any significant time jump because there are spin-offs in the works, and those spin-offs are too important.
With the spin-offs though, you could have a time jump because we don't know that from the spoilers for the shows, the spin-off, that Daryl is going to be in France. So there has to be some kind of jump. Maybe for him, probably a 6-month jump, maybe branching off from this.
Yeah.
But like you said, we don't know. We know that Negan and at least Daryl and Maggie survive. As far as everyone else, we have no idea. Lydia was walking with Aaron in the group. They come across his RV and they get in. Only problem is that what's his name? I think Lucas. He gets separated from them along with the dude's wife or girlfriend.
And she loses an arm, but it doesn't seem like anybody dies from that.
No, what I'm saying, Lydia gets bit in the arm. She's freaking on the RV. They're surrounded, so they can't even help. And Lydia, she got bitten in the arm. Now loses her left arm. So and as Aaron, he's in there with her. He's like, "Don't worry, get used to it. Look at your." I'm thinking like, "Yeah, we're just gonna have a mace just like him too," you know. So that being said, no, I wonder what the future's gonna be like. Will they pull a Gotham and have different actors come in as older people?
Let's hope not. Austin Pete, yes, it's very surprising that Thanksgiving is next week. We're looking forward to seeing the zombies Thanksgiving meal. But that's about it for this episode, right, Froggy?
Talk about Black Friday, man.
Oh, there we go.
Get your first front come, first serve.
Overall, it's a fine episode. The only problem is it leaves you with a big cliffhanger. It's not finished in any way, and there's only one episode remaining.
It was cool though to see Daryl using Rick's gun to shoot the fire extinguisher.
Yes, it was.
I love the Colt Python. I wish it's used more often. You know,
it was also awesome seeing Negan see climbers.
Also, thoughts on Rick Grimes. Will he ever be seen again in any of these spin-off movies or even at the season finale?
Where is his spin-off movie? He was supposed to have one by now, right?
Richard Gimble needs to be fired.
There we go. All right. But I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see. Hopefully you have answers, your theories in the comments below if you're watching afterwards.
All right, guys. Have a good night. Also, if you want to support the channel, we do have a Ko-Fi link on the cross stream. Where the money goes to, it goes to basically paying for the StreamYard, which is kind of expensive per month, and also goes for the Marvel and DC apps, reading apps that we use for reading on the channel for butchered comic books.
There we go.
Like you said, if you can't spend the money, that's okay. Just click like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Share out the channel. Everything helps because we like you. Or we like yourselves.
All right. You have a good night. And as Austin P said, remember, only you can start forest fires.
To be honest, it's now the zombies that are evolving. Now they're starting forest fires.
Yeah, maybe we should start forest fires just to burn down zombies. That's it, though. Thank you, and good night.